Yo, what's up guys, KaranPlays here and welcome back to the channel. This is probably gonna be my last ever FIFA 20 video and what a journey it has been, man. I can't think of a better way to end it than by doing an experiment on my favorite team, Manchester United. Today we're gonna be answering the big question. What if Manchester United actually signed some players in this transfer window? Now before you say, but Karan, they've signed Van de Beek. Just shut up, none of that bullshit is gonna be entertained here. For those of you all who don't know how these experiments slash challenges work, let me keep it short and simple for you. We've got to sign players, we've got to win trophies. That's that, and let's begin this experiment. As usual with every single experiment slash challenge, we have some guidelines to follow and some objectives to accomplish. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Guideline number 1, and the only guideline that we have, is sign players. I mean, the Man United board hasn't accomplished that, so it must be a tough one, and I don't think we should make it even more tougher for ourselves. So that's gonna be our only one and only guideline, and let's now take a look at the objectives. Oh wow, this is simple too. We have to win as many trophies as possible. Like, wow man, I really like this concept. Like, sign players, win trophies. Let's go ahead and try to get that done. Before making any signings, we obviously have to take a look at the squad and figure out areas we really need to improve and then sign players accordingly. Martial up top, Bruno Fernandes in that cam role, Greenwood and Rashford out on the wings. In central midfield, they've got some quality players like Pogba, Matic and Donny van de Beek on the bench. Centre backs Lindelof and Maguire, full backs Van Bissaka and Shaw, and in goal David De Gea. So I've gone ahead and made a few changes in the Prem, like transferred in all the latest signings and forgot to make one important one, bringing Dean Henderson back to United, and Donny van de Beek is here. And I'm gonna be honest guys, whilst transferring Reguilon from Sevilla to Spurs, I almost did it to Man United because that was what I thought would happen and it didn't. So yeah man, that's a moment to forget. On the bench they have the likes of Ighalo, Van de Beek, who we obviously spoke about, McTominay, Fred, Romero. For now I might just go ahead and sign Dean Henderson again, Brandon Williams, Eric Bailly, and reserves they've got Chong, who I'm probably going to be loaning out. Hopefully Bremen come up with an offer. Deadwood, James, Deadwood again, and Fosu-Mensah, Tuanzebe, Deadwood, Dallo, and yeah, okay, probably going to have to sell Gomez too to keep it realistic. And the rest, well, doesn't even matter. Mata is there too, but we're not going to be using him for sure. Pretty sure 95% of y'all already knew which positions that we're going to be improving upon and which players we're going to be letting go. So let's just discuss that for a while here. Greenwood, I love him, but we have to get in a better right mid. Like, Greenwood has the potential to be a world beater in the future, but for now he's actually performing really well for us. I would still prefer a better right winger, and I'm pretty sure you all know who I'm talking about. The next position, left back Luke Shaw, 6 years at the club, and honestly he was so good before that injury, and ever since then he's just become a fat, obese and unfit player, man. Like, I really wanted him to perform so well, and we signed him as a teenager, a really expensive signing too. He hasn't repaid that faith. Centre backs, we've got 3 right-footed centre backs, and Phil Jones, I don't count him as a centre back anymore. He's just, what should I even say about him, man? He's awful. He's just awful. Like, why is he even at the club anymore? I don't understand. He's probably our longest serving player now, and that is just awful. Like, I want to kill myself. Moving away from my life issues, let's go back to Man United squad, and yeah, centre back, we have to sign a left-footed centre back. Lindelof, what can I say, man? Too many defensive errors and he's just weak. Like, I read a tweet, he's actually a little girl. Like, honestly, you can't do that when you're centre back. You have to be strong, and Harry Maguire, I can't blame him, man. He's had to play with Lindelof, who I actually used to rate, but now I'm starting to believe he's not the truth, and we have to bring in a left-footed centre-back so that Harry Maguire can play in that right centre-back role, and a good left-footed centre-back would really bring some balance into the side. And Eric Bailly, I actually do like him, and hopefully he can get more starts in the future for United, because in real life I'm pretty sure none of these signings are going to happen. And yeah, last but not least, we do need another DM, because Pogba, Van de Beek can play as central midfielders, but as DMs, I'm not too sure, and I'm not even convinced that Fred can also play as a lone DM. Matic can hold his own for sure, and we do need a similar type of player for him because we have to replace him, he's aging. And yeah, so those 4 positions are my main priorities. First of all, right winger, centre back, left back, and probably then CDM. Hopefully we can pull all of those off, and yeah, then we could also look for a backup striker, because Ighalo for Martial, not convinced there either, and Dean Henderson, we'll probably try to bring him after all of these transfers are done, and we've got to unload a lot of these players too. Starting the transfers with a positive note, we have transfer listed these bums, man. Like Phil Jones, bidding starts for him at €5. Any club willing to offer me €5, take him off my hands ASAP. And the rest of the transfer listed players too, want them out of my club ASAP. And Angel Gomez was one I did not want, Man United to let go, but he didn't sign a new contract, so he's on his way out. And Tahi Chong, he's just going to Bremen for a loan, so I thought it'd be best we loan him out here too. Look what we have here. Jadon Sancho, approached by Man United, have just gone ahead and offered Dortmund 105 million for him, and now all that's left is negotiating his wages. So if we can bring him into the club, I would have actually bettered Manchester United's past few windows in one signing. So yeah, man, keep an eye out for that. Like, okay, Bruno Fernandes, I've got to give that to them, man. Like, fantastic signing he's been, but yeah, man, Jadon Sancho, just get it done, Ed. Somebody wants Anthony Martial. What are we gonna do? Yeah, like, no way we are parting with him. Okay, just take a look at this. It's taken me, what, 2 to 5 minutes to get it done? Like, it's that easy, Ed. Just pay up, man. Like, 105.2 million for such a generational talent and 99,000 per week. Pretty sure Lingard and everybody else in the club earns more than that. So, 5-year deal, like, what are you waiting for? And 2 new notifications that have, just made my life better. Like, Lingard seeks new club, Jones seeks new club. I can't contain my happiness right now. Tears in my eyes as I see this offer, 9.1 million from Leicester City. What are you guys up to, man? I'm gonna accept this one for sure. Like, it is happening, guys. It's finally happening. Just like in real life, Angel Gomez is moving to France and we have to let him go. I would have loved to see him play for United more often, and that is not gonna happen evidently. We still have to make major improvements in our side, like a CDM, a left back and a centre back is definitely required, and we've got around 100 million to do so. Can we get the players in? That is the question, and hopefully we can. Okay, like, start giving me offers for the players that I've listed. I am not gonna let McTominay go. I mean, Ajax have done us good in the past, by giving us Van de Beek, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna give you one of our good players. Like, take Andreas Pereira, take Lingard, honestly take them for a free, but McTominay, I'm not gonna do that. No way this is true. I'm seeing things. Phil Jones and his agent have agreed personal terms with Leicester City. No way. I can't believe this. This isn't true. You're kidding me, right? I'm pinching myself right now. I can't believe my eyes. Like, Phil Jones has actually left the club? No way, man. Like, this guy just disappears during the transfer window and nobody even remembers that he exists at the club, and then he'll come for his one annual game, get injured, go out for the rest of the season, and then do it every single season again. And yeah, like, this cycle has to break soon. Barcelona want Marcus Rashford, and this is what I have to say. Block all offers, never gonna happen. Premier League clubs have actually lost it. Like, West Ham want Lingard and Leicester City wanted Phil Jones. Take them, like, take them all. Honestly, I'm gonna keep 1+1 offers after this. Like, Andres Pereira will come in free with Lingard. Just take them all, man. Take them away. Good news number 1. Jesse Lingard gone into the bin, and we've gotten another offer, and Ajax have taken my word, man. I asked them to take Pereira or Lingard away. They've offered me some money for Pereira, and I'm gonna jump at this, man. I'm gonna be taking whatever they're offering. 12.9 for him. Ajax, you beauty. Talks for Andres Pereira's move to Ajax have broken down as they couldn't reach agreeable terms. Ajax have pulled out of the negotiations.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
That summed up my reaction, and we've gotten another transfer offer for Martial, and I'm not even going to look at the offer, man. Block all offers. I can't let either one of Martial, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Pogba go because they're just too important to the side. Another one. This one I actually do feel confident about. Like, United might, I mean, it is so close to happening, and same was with Reguilon, but I don't know, man. Like, Spurs have already signed a new left back, and so have Chelsea with Ben Chilwell. So United signing Alex Telles could happen, and I just hope it happens, man. Like, I'm praying right now. Watford to the rescue. Andreas Pereira has another offer from Watford, and this time 11.9. I'll take that 1 million loss, man. Like, that is actually a gain for me. Please, Watford, take him off my hands, I beg you. Promising player, what a joke, man. Like, Stop it, like, you are gonna kill me here. This is interesting. We've gotten an offer for Luke Shaw from Arsenal for 19.7 million, and now that we've signed Tellers, we already have Brandon Williams in the club. I could, negotiate and get a better offer for him, and I guess that is what I'm going to be doing. Transfer offer has come this time for Timothy Fosu-Mensah. Loan deal, might have even considered it, but transfer offer, no way, man. Okay, what is wrong with this guy? Like, please just leave my club. Do you want me to release you? I'm not gonna do that, but just please, somebody else take him, man. Like, another deal broken down. Like, what is wrong with this retard? 24 million is the improved offer for Luke Shaw. That is 8 million more than his value, and I'm gonna accept it. I know we shouldn't be letting him go, and he could, be potentially a good left back, but we've given him a lot of time, man. 6 years is a little too much. We've gotten a few offers here. First of all, Luke Shaw has been sold to Arsenal. 21 million is added to our transfer budget. Gotten an offer for buy, which I'm obviously going to be rejecting, and this one, not going to reject it. The transfer price keeps getting lower and lower. I just want him to leave the club, and Atalanta, take him off my hands soon. And Independiente have offered to take Romero on loan, so gonna be accepting this and then recalling Dean Henderson from loan so that, it's a bit more realistic. Arsenal fans look away. Thomas Partey is now a new Man United player and CDM role filled. Now all that is left for us is to bring in a new centre back, and a left-footed centre back, that is to be precise. Don't have a lot of money though. We'll still, try to get in a good replacement because one of our key players has left, man. Phil Jones, we have to fill that void. Premier League has begun and our first match is gonna be at home against Chelsea. We're obviously gonna be simulating all of these matches, and I'll tell you a lot more about that. Why are we gonna be simulating these matches after, the transfer window ends. And as you all can see, Leeds United, West Brom and Fulham have been added to this table, and yeah, I've swapped the teams. They're now in the Premier League and not gotten off to the best start, but we have a game against Chelsea. We've got to knock them out of the park. This is the lineup that we're going to be fielding against them. De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof for now, alongside Harry Maguire and Telles make up our back four. Pogba, Matic are central midfielders, Sancho making his debut, Rashford, Fernandes and Martial completing the attack, and it's time for us to simulate this game against Chelsea, who have made a lot of signings. Okay, we just about managed to get away with the 2-1 victory. Actually, Ighalo has scored first time in the Premier League for Man United, and Sancho, obviously, man. This guy, he's gonna be a great signing if United do make that happen, and Havertz also getting the goal for Chelsea, so good to see him score, man. 2 departures as Gomez has finally left the club. He's going to Toulouse, and Romero has been loaned out. You know what that means. Welcome back, Dean Henderson. 660,000 is all we have to pay. I'm down, man. I'm hitting the pause button on all the transfer talk, and we have to talk about United in the Premier League. Their start to this campaign, horrendous. Like Crystal Palace losing to Crystal Palace 3-1. Who does that? Obviously we have done it, so just don't say that. But like, what the hell, man? Like, you can't do this. And after that, Brighton, I still can't believe my eyes, man. Like, what the heck was that? Like, how did we get that penalty after the full-time whistle? Was a Stonewall penalty? Obviously, if it was given against us, I probably would have raged, but it is what it is, guys, and let's get back on track now. Nah, I had to stop the simulation for this. Pereira has finally left the club. Like, wow, man, good things do happen to good people. Transfer offer Nemanja Matic, and honestly, if I were thinking with my brain, I would have sold him, but this guy, man, he's actually rescued us a lot of times this season, and he's just too key for me to let him go. I'm not gonna be doing that. This is an emotional decision, I know, but Matic, like Thomas Partey and especially McTominay, can learn a lot from him, so I'm not gonna be selling him. I believe this should sort all our problems. Like, I've signed a new centre back, and it's David Alaba. This guy is so versatile. He can play almost everywhere on the pitch, and fantastic signing. He brings the pace that we lacked. Left-footed centre back, so natural left-footed centre back in our club. That is sorted, and I'm really excited now. Okay, this is interesting. We've just recalled him from a loan, and they want me to loan him back. Like, are you clowns? Oof, this is lucrative. This is really lucrative. On deadline day, we have received an offer for Victor Lindelof, but honestly, I think we should have 4 first-choice centre backs in the club, and not gonna be selling him. Transfer window finally comes to an end, and we've gotten a lot of offers that we rejected. We'll take a look at all of these a little more in depth in a moment, but yeah, man, now we can go on to the next part of this experiment, winning trophies. Okay, so we received a lot of offers for a lot of players. Martial, Rashford, McTominay. We just couldn't let any of these players go. Like on deadline day, we did receive an offer for Eric Bailly from Tottenham, which we rejected. And yeah, man, a lot of these offers we rejected, and we did let a lot of players go too. Like most of them on loan, which I just didn't show because it wasn't that important. James Garner has gone out on loan, and I think one other player too. So yeah, man, this is what has happened in the transfer window, and let's now get back to the second and probably the most important part of this experiment. As you know, we're going to be competing in a lot of competitions, the Carabao Cup, the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and we're looking to win as many possible trophies. And if we do get to the end and, reach the Champions League final, I'll play that match. Otherwise, we're going to be simulating all games. No games will be played by us, except for obviously the Champions League. And guys, we have to talk about the Premier League, man. Like, honestly, I don't know what is it, but every time, man, Liverpool, I don't know how has this happened. Oh, of course, like same points, which is why they're in the second position. But take out all good players from their team and they'll still manage to finish in the top four. Like I bet you guys, give them Norwich starting 11 and they will still finish in the top four. I guarantee that. Like I tried it and I took Mane, Salah, Firmino off of Liverpool and they still managed to come in the top four. So even Van Dijk, I think, and Wijnaldum too. But it's just a bit frustrating how this is structured. And Liverpool always almost manage to win the Premier League, so don't slate me if we don't win the Premier League because it's just rigged, man. And now let's simulate halfway and let's reach the January transfer window and take a look at our progress. I decided to stop and take a progress report just a little bit earlier than I intended to before. Champions League group series just ended and we've qualified to the knockout stages, but Bayern Munich, man, they ran route, man, and they've actually beaten us over two legs and that is a bit embarrassing. So if we can't beat Bayern, and they're no joke, man. Like they're a fantastic team. We saw what they did to Barcelona, so not beating them is kind of acceptable, but we have to improve if we have our sights set on the Champions League. And yeah, man, Bayern, if we face them anywhere in the knockout stages, it's gonna be a tough one. Let's take a look at the Premier League table, and we are in third. And guess what? I told y'all, man. Liverpool on top. Like I'm not even surprised at this point. We haven't started our FA Cup journey till now, but in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, so that is decent. In real life, we did reach the semis. Hopefully this time we can, progress further and get at least one trophy home. Transfer window has just begun. The Jan window has just begun, and ever since, like that Champions League group stage, we stopped there to look at our progress, and ever since then, all hell has broken loose. Just look at this. Pogba wants out, and so does David Alaba. So we've got to let them go, man, and it is really, really weird, but we have to let one of our new signings and one of our most important players to leave the club, and that wasn't something I was looking forward to doing. Wow, I completely missed this. Thomas Partey has suffered a broken tailbone injury and will be out for 4 months. That means he's out for the season, so this has actually given me an idea. Pogba on his way out and Thomas Partey is effectively out, so we can work a deal for Pogba and bring in another player that I really, really like. I tried, guys. I offered Pogba for Kimmich and even give them 25 million, but they wanted 78 plus Pogba. That wasn't going to happen, and we've actually received an offer for Paul Pogba from Bayern Munich themselves, and you know what, I really want them to pay, and I'm gonna try to exploit them. I don't care if he doesn't end up going to Bayern, but they've just been unreasonable with me during negotiations, so I'm gonna do the same with them. Okay, so on one hand, Man City have accepted and they agreed to pay 78.5 million for Paul Pogba, and Bayern Munich, they have rejected all of our offers, so I really don't care. Pogba won't be going to Munich and probably gonna be going to our city rivals, which isn't ideal either. Pogba has been sold and now we've got 72 million in our budget, and now we can actually look to sign a new player because before this we did not have a lot of money in the transfer budget and we've got to bring in a new central midfielder. Taking on league leaders Liverpool with the Pogba-less United, and this could all go south. I'm simulating this one and hoping for the best, and 2-0. Firmino with the brace, like, okay. And Wijnaldum even picked up a red card for them. Still couldn't beat them, and that is just embarrassing. Did Bayern Munich really think that we would give up? We've gone ahead and signed Leon Goretzka from Bayern Munich, and he can most definitely, not most definitely replace Paul Pogba, but he's a pretty versatile player, can play as a central midfielder and as a defensive midfielder. Exactly the kind of player we needed. If I wouldn't have signed him, I would have probably gone for Declan Rice, but he was my first choice and we've landed him, so that is great. We've got about 48 million to bring in a new player, and obviously David Alaba wants out, so Could we get a centre back in? Only time can tell, and we are actually on deadline day, so this could be cutting it really close. Transfer window comes to an end. I tried to sign Umtiti and tried to, offer them David Alaba, but they did not go for it. So Alaba will be with us for the rest of the season and probably going to be looking for new suitors after this, but we need him to give it his all. And yeah, man, we are now in a really, really tough situation. We're going to be taking one last look at our progress in all of our competitions. So struggling in the Prem, not too far actually away from the third position. Liverpool, as I said, they're definitely going to win the league. I know it's neck to neck between them and City, but I'm telling you guys, believe me, it's going to be Liverpool who are going to win that competition. Round 4 of the FA Cup. Are we in this competition? Yep, we've qualified for the round 5, and Nottingham Forest, we absolutely blew past them, so that is actually great to see, man. Carabao Cup, we couldn't make it to the finals. Where did we end up losing? Quarterfinals to Spurs. Okay, well, that is disappointing, and that is actually worrying because Champions League is just going to be tougher. And let's take a look at what's happening here. Wow, round of 16 we've drawn Real Madrid, and we're going to be keeping a close eye on these fixtures and hoping to get the best out of them. Okay, calm down. Our first leg against Real Madrid has actually gone well. 1-0 win, clean sheet too, so I'm actually confident. I mean, not confident, but I can just hope, man. This is going to be really, really tough. We are going for our second leg of the Champions League round of 16 at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu against Real Madrid, and well, Harry Maguire can't play today's match. He's suspended, so I really don't know what to expect, man. Wow, we've actually shithoused our way. We are now qualifying into the quarterfinals, and a 1-1 draw takes us through, man. Sancho, what a signing he's turned out to be. Next round of the knockout stages, Inter Milan in the quarterfinals. I think we could have faced a tougher opponent, but I'm just glad it's Inter, and shouldn't have been, man. 2-1, Romelu Lukaku making us pay. That is just frustrating, and our Champions League hopes could just all come to an end within the next few weeks. Just what we needed before our second leg against Inter. Leon Goretzka has now picked up an injury. Like, we just can't seem to catch a break, can we? We do have that away goal. This is the second leg, and all we need is one goal to qualify to the semi-finals of the Champions League, and it isn't gonna happen. Actually, Fernandes has missed a penalty. This is just unrealistic. I don't believe this. Well, we end the Premier League campaign with a dub against Leicester City. We did just win 2-0, and the standings, honestly, I'm a bit surprised that we've actually managed to finish in the third position. Qualification for the Champions League, that's all that we can be proud of, and man, we should have done much better. But I'm gonna say what we've been as Manchester United fans told over the past 7-8 years. This is a project, and we will be back within the next 2-3 seasons. Mark my words, guys. Yeah, that is gonna happen. I really do believe that. We crashed out in the FA Cup, I guess, in the round 6. No, we couldn't even make it in the round 6. We actually crashed out way before that, and I think it was in the round 5. Yeah, 3-1 against Arsenal. Not the best result. Obviously, we did crash out to Spurs in the Carabao Cup, and let's take a look at the Champions League and see who's in the final. City and Liverpool. Like, wow, man, that's just like, it pains, man. Like, seeing two English clubs in the final and one of them not being United. That is just too hard to take in, and we'll just take a look at the players, the squad report, and then get done with this experiment. Okay, so Anthony Martial with 23 goals was our top scorer, and Sancho also with 23 goals, but he got 14 assists too, so I said, man, he was a fantastic signing. Marcus Rashford also with 23 goals, 6 assists too for him, so he was also a really decent player for us, and good to see all of them, contributing the same amount of goals, and hopefully this can happen in real life soon. Bruno Fernandes, 12 goals, 12 assists, and injury problems, red cards. It was just a really, really weird season for us. Van de Beek grabbing 10 assists. That is fantastic. Hopefully he can do that in real life, and honestly I don't think we should go any further because Odion Igalo has already come here, and the rest of it is definitely going to be disappointing, and already a really disappointing experiment, so I'm not going to go any further. That's going to be it for this experiment, and yeah, I forgot to say it, but Liverpool obviously won the league and we finished in the third position. Hopefully that is not the case in real life, but looking at our performances and Paul Pogba leaving for City, honestly, we have to talk about that guy too. Like, before ending this episode, we can't not talk about him, man. Paul Pogba, 2 games played in the Premier League for Manchester United, and honestly he has dropped disaster class after disaster class, so he has to step it up, man, and we have to get back on track. As this experiment shows, it's not going to be easy even if we sign a lot of players, and we just, I don't know man, we need to get our tactics sorted. Don't even know what should be happening. So let me know down in the comment section below what you thought of this experiment, and smash the like button if you enjoyed this one, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn those notifications on so that y'all never miss another upload. And if you do like such content and would like to see another team being experimented on, let me know down in the comment section below.